Now, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Clueless. I hope I pressed the right one.
There it is. There it is.
Yes, sir. First things first, though, we gotta introduce ourselves. Today, we have a new guest. Our other guy, homeboy Selen. He felt a little sick today, but it's okay. Prayers out to him.
Got a new player.
Right now, we got
Yes,
a new
sir.
guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up? Name's Johnny. Representing out here. I just want to say thank you guys for having me on the Clueless podcast.
Nah, thank you for
It's my
coming.
it's my first time doing a podcast, but it's something I've been wanting to do. You know?
Yes, sir. Hey, you got a radio voice too. Honestly,
Huh?
you got a radio voice. Like through my end, you sound
Oh,
like
yeah.
somebody from a radio.
Smooth 92.7.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're gonna be like that guy that gives dating advice. I don't know if you saw the one that went viral on TikTok where the guy was like you lady, you're crazy.
yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
he was just
Oh, bro, yeah,
he's
like, nobody's gonna want to watch your show. No, like, people watch my show.
yeah, he was tired. Like I've been doing this for like a couple of years. And stuff. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah. Well, we got him. You know what I'm saying? And we have another guest right here,
I'm Sal.
Sal. You guys already seen him in a couple episodes,
Sal.
and today we're gonna just straight jump into it. We got a pretty good topic today, so I hope you guys have your ears open and listen up. We're gonna be talking about breakups. We'll be talking about dealing with breakups and what we did and what people normally do, and what should be a good route to take in order to just feel better, because breakups suck.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, they do. Yes, sir, they do. Yeah, so I wanted to jump in, man. I don't know if any of you guys got anything to say to that before I jump in.
Nah, man, never got my heart broken.
You never had your heart broken?
Hey, you know,
Never?
like I feel like a lot
Hey,
of
blessed be you, bro.
I feel like honestly, you know, like heartbreaks are something
Inevitable.
that's like it's a hard topic because you can say you have a broken arm, but how do you say you have a broken heart? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's something that's not physically seen.
How do you
Yeah.
heal that?
I feel like it's
Yeah.
more difficult for men, you know what I'm saying? Because men have like the machista that, we have to
Yeah,
hold it
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
For
So
sure.
it's more difficult. But I wanted to ask you, I know we're all men of God, so not what on your first breakup, like your first heartbreak, what did you do to cope with it? Like what'd you do right after your breakup? Because I know, like, since we're men of God, a lot of us, we want to say, oh, we went to God. But in reality, sometimes we don't do that. Like, what is it that you did to cope for that? Could be good, could be bad. Like,
I was just getting lit every day.
Yeah.
I was honestly smoking. That takes the pain away real quick. Couple
Yeah.
hits and I feel nothing. I just feel happy and I'm good.
Yeah, you feel numb.
Yeah.
I would think that would get you more into it. Like, you're smoking, so you're in another zone where you're just, like, thinking about her and, like, I don't know.
When I'm drunk, yes, I'll definitely think about that.
Really? I'm the
Yeah,
opposite.
when I'm high,
You'll be putting those songs and you'll be
When I-
saying, "Esa no."
Not me, bro. Hey, when I was
definitely
drunk-
don't play Bad Bunny when you're drunk. And
Hey,
your heart breaks.
when I was
Damn,
heartbroken-
definitely
Yeah.
not.
Hey, man, I was out there. Drinking never brought my emotions back. I was just out there wilding, you know what I'm saying? After everything, I was out just partying, obviously, without even me numbing the pain, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, it didn't feel like a heartbreak. I was just out, being around and drinking and just always going out with my boys. And, once I changed, I realized, oh, dang, I guess I was, trying to fill in a little gap,
Yeah, I mean, so like in my case, having my heart broken, shout out to her. but on a real, like, I'm coming off a very long relationship, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
it's not something that's bad because there's a lot of good things that came out of that relationship, but when you're in a relationship for a long time, you know what I mean, like, yeah, there's things that I've done, there's things that she has done, right? But at the same time, it's like, are you growing together? You know what I mean? Because whether you're gonna deal with her, whether you're gonna deal it with her or another girl, like, put it that way. You know what I mean? And everything's it's kind of like what's that word I'm looking for? It's like a test.
like a trial or like a
It's like
test.
a trial,
or like
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But you see, there's a thing I learned this year, and that word that's coming up to my head right now is boundary.
Yeah.
I think love can make you colorblind,
100%.
where you can't find you see, you feel the red flag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you see it, but you're colorblind to it. You know what I mean?
So when you went through your heartbreak, I mean, what'd you do? Like, what was the first thing to do? You know what I'm saying? Did you start drinking? Did you? Because I know, for example, a lot of people, man, they run to alcohol. They run to like the whole phase. They run out to the clubs with their friends. You know, they're hitting everyone up like, "Hey, I'm single now. Let's go out and party." You know, some people
Yeah.
smoke. Some people fall into a deep depression. You know what I'm saying? Where they genuinely feel like their life is like over. You know. So, what happened to you during your breakup? Did you go through a depression?
Well, you see, I had several breakups. So,
Oh, okay.
like, are we talking about like the younger version of me?
Yeah,
or, like
the
the now version.
the
of me,
younger
you know what I
version
mean?
of you, the
So
non-Christian side first. You know what I'm saying? The non-man of God first. Like, what'd you do?
yeah,
There's
so
gonna be more questions leading up to it.
you usually try to find that missing piece, right? Usually
Yeah.
trying to find it in another person.
Mhm.
And so, you reach out to other people, you start opening yourself up to other relationships, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say you open your legs or something. I was like, what?
Nah. But well, yeah, you're trying to see if you could hit that. You're trying to see if you can
Yeah.
get at other girls. You're trying to see if you can find
Love. Baby.
find love, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what everyone's after.
Yeah.
However, though, like now the older version of me, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, with kids and with I have 2 boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it changed the whole game. It's not only about myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I did go through a phase of like having these thoughts of just like not feeling like you're good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It definitely
I get what you're
messes with your confidence.
saying.
And but once you start finding your confidence and start like actually like saying like I'm all right, it seems like that's when the ex would usually
Yeah.
try to step in and try to
Yeah.
come back. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
at the same time, I was never really like I smoked weed before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but I was never like an actual pothead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to where it's like. But drinking, yeah, you have your boys, you and your boys, you go out, you just like I don't know, like you just really try to do
Yeah.
whatever you can. You know what I mean? Like
It sounds like even you trying to explain it. It sounds like a broken heart, like something empty. Like you can't even explain it. It's just emptiness.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
there's nothing there. You're trying to fill it up. You're trying to fill it up to the rim with anything possible, but it's just not doing the job. It's like the jara. It's like the jar has a hole, and every time you're trying to that's what it sounds like.
That's crazy because as soon as I was coming off my divorce,
yeah,
I got hit up by the brother. Shout out to my little brother.
yeah,
He's like, hey bro, like let's go out, take your head off of things, and
Yeah.
we'll go hit up the clubs. And as I'm standing there at the club, bro, like I'm not saying like I wasn't enjoying myself, like I was playing the part, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
but at the same time, I was just like, bro, like this is not me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like before, yeah, like let's go for it, let's party. But I mean, something just like hit me this year that was different from the older version, the younger version.
yeah.
And I think right now, bro, there's a lot of guys that are struggling, bro, with a broken heart.
I think that's just everyone in general right now, bro. That's why I wanted this topic because
Yeah.
everyone in general, especially in this generation, is either going through a heartbreak or they went through a heartbreak or they're about to go into a heartbreak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God forbid, but it's always like different for everybody, but the same, if that makes sense. Like there's probably only like 4 categories that everyone goes into. It's either depression, or it's either a whole phase, or it's either a drinking stage or drug phase. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, some get the I don't care, like it doesn't matter, and I mean, hey, more power to them. But it's a very slim variety that have that, and yeah, that's why this was an important topic for me because everyone goes through heartbreak, And I wanted to pass the mic to him too to see like what he did. You know what I'm saying during that time.
Yeah.
Try to give a little flashback, Vietnam flashback. You know what I'm saying, and just try to imagine like, during that time.
I did like 3 of those. Whole face drinking and getting smoking. Excellent. Yes.
I did 3 out of 4.
Hey man,
It's a very common
Sounds like an A+ to me, bro.
plus you passed. You know what I'm saying?
Sauce.
yeah, I did all those. Bro.
Congratulations,
Going
your
to the clubs and
certificate.
everything. Yeah, I did all that, bro. Cause you're really trying to fill that void, that emptiness that you have, you know. And like I was saying, smoking really did take it. It just took it away from me. Like really, bro. I'd wake up. Literally, it sucks, bro, but before I even brush my teeth, I'll take a dab. I'll take a hit, bro, and boom, I started my day off already good because I was like, hey, bro, I don't feel nothing. I'm feeling good.
First
I'm like,
things first.
hey, I don't feel nothing. So I was like, let's get the day started, bro. Even at work, I'd be lit. Like, I'd be kind of high, but I got so used to being high that I was able to work through the highness. Like, I was able to go through my job and just work and do all that, bro, and it wouldn't affect me. And, bro,
See,
I definitely got addicted to it.
I couldn't smoke and be proactive like that. Like,
oh, but it took me years, bro. It took me years. I was smoking for like, I've been smoking since like junior year of high school, but it didn't get like a lot deeper until like after high school, bro. Like when I got into that breakup, because in high school, bro, relationships like that didn't mean nothing to me, bro. After like 3 days, get out of here, bro. And I'd go
Next.
I'd be talking to somebody else, bro. Like I didn't care, bro.
Yeah,
What the heck? I was in high school, bro. Now I still don't even count those as relationships. I'm like, nah, they were just people I would talk to. But now after high school, that's when I got into a real one, and then it ended, and then I was like, oh damn, okay, like
this one sting a little bit. Yeah.
This one actually stung my ass, bro. I was like, yo, wait,
Got the little stung.
Yeah, and it led me through all that whole rabbit hole, bro, doing all this crazy stuff. Honestly,
it's crazy how breakups lead you to all that, bro. Like, cause I mean, I was in a long relationship, like a long one.
How long?
I think it was like 5 or 6 years. Like,
Oh wow. Okay.
I was in one for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were gonna say like 3 months or something like that.
Nah, mine was long. And the crazy part is, mine was during like everything, like boot camp. So us being separated, me going overseas, like, so it was thick and thin. Like it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was thick and thin. And I mean, long story short, I messed it up. You know what I'm saying? I ruined it. Sometimes, you know, us guys, we do that. I did mess it up, you know, and I always felt sorry. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to apologize. So if she ever sees this, you know what I'm saying? Apologies. But yeah, man, it was a heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? It's something you go through. And I was clubbing every day, bro. I was going to banda night Thursday. Friday, I was out at Bombay's, you know what I'm saying, walking around. Saturdays, it was either Coppers or it was Limón y Sal. Like, bro, I was out. Sundays was fun day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was out, bro, like every day, just out partying, drinking. Like, it came to the point where my friends would visit me from like Tennessee, and I'll be drinking, right, like chugging. And then these dudes would be like, dude, what's going on with this guy? This guy's drinking too much. And they couldn't handle, you know what I'm saying? I was just throwing them back. And it's just, I just build a tolerance. But, and then I think about it now, bro, and it's like, wow, it's very heartbreaking how a lot of people have to go through that or go through that, you know what I'm saying, all because of a heartbreak. And, you know, I wanted to ask you guys, what advice would you tell these people? You know what I'm saying? What would you tell your old self? If you can go back and you can tell yourself something, you know what I'm saying? Back to the future moment, and you can tell yourself something about that breakup, what would it be that you would tell yourself?
You're worth it.
You're worth it?
You're worth it. Well, it depends, because there's 2 sides to every story. You know what I mean? And so there's the side of, you know, you messed up the relationship.
Yeah.
And, you know, they walked away, they found their worth, or they just got tired of taking your crap, and, you know, they just
dang, you would tell that person that. I feel like you would ruin that person even more. Like,
or vice versa. You're on the other side of it. You had to walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had to walk away, and you had to just accept things for the way they are.
Yeah.
Versus the way you want it to be. Mm-hmm. You know, and so one advice that I would tell my old self, even right now, bro, because, you know what I mean, like we tend to think that we're a lot wiser than we were 10 years ago, which we are, but we're still learning even today, bro, you know? But one advice for a lot of guys out there, Because I've seen how divorce can tear down a man, bro.
Yeah.
Tear down a man, bro. And if you want to put biblical scriptures, you want to talk about people like David.
Yeah.
You know, David, man, with all his wonders and all the things that God has done for him, the battles that he's been through from Goliath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And on and you know, he was deceived by Bathsheba, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, so in the same sense, bro, I feel like there's a lot of you know, I feel like girls like can be a distraction, because you have to see if this is actually elevating you, or if this is giving you a peace of mind,
Yeah.
or if this is actually like something that's not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But a lot of times, man, the heart just overpowers. You know what I mean? Yeah. So one advice I would tell my old self, though, like, to go back to your question, because I tend to like go out of the question.
Ah, you good?
One advice would be just know your worth.
Yeah.
Know your worth,
That's a good
bro.
one.
Know
That's a
your
good one.
worth, bro, and don't think that that's the best. That's the best. That's for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's easy to believe that's the best for you if that's all you ever
Yeah. If that's,
been open to. You know
I
what
mean,
I mean?
yeah, because that's the only best you've experienced.
But at the same time, don't look for that in another person.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look for happiness from a girl.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you're looking for happiness from a guy, don't look for that in a man.
Mm-hmm.
Learn to find that in yourself, and find happiness and joy in God. Bro, I can't tell you how God has just been healing me, bro. Because,
Yeah.
you know, like, I like to look at God as a physician. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're coming to him with your wounds, you know, and you need healing,
Yeah.
right? And he's got, you know, he's the ultimate physician, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You could go to drugs, you could go to alcohol, you could go to people. At the end of the day, bro, you're coming to them broken, and you're leaving back broken.
Yeah. Possibly even more broken.
Even more broken, bro.
than
And
what it
you know what I
was.
mean? And I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact that, yeah, you could be partying 6 months down the road, a year down the road,
That's
2
tough.
years down the road of doing all that.
Nothing's gonna change, man. Nothing's gonna change, and I agree with you 100%, bro, on what you're saying, and I love what you said. What you would tell yourself in the past. What about you, Sai? What would be one thing you would tell yourself in the past? If you can go back in time right now, what would you tell yourself?
I can see that little cloud.
Yeah, bro, because I'm going through like so many things. I would-
It's a crazy and tough one, bro, because like it really makes you think. You know what I'm saying? And I hope everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, has that question too, and it helps you guys think, you know, a little bit more. And don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way.
For
Hit that
me,
like.
I would say that it's worth it, but it's not worth it.
I'm
Like,
like there and I'm not
As
there.
in,
like,
it's worth it for all the things you're going to gain after the breakup,
Mhm.
and it's not worth it for the things that you're gonna put yourself through after the breakup.
Mm.
As in, like, the whole phase, the drinking, all the smoking, like,
The whole phase, can't forget that.
yeah, definitely. You know, but it's like the end product, or not the end product, but the end result to what you were doing before is not really worth it. You know, like, obviously you gain experiences and you gain certain things,
Yeah.
but it's like, at what cost? You know, like
Yeah.
you put yourself through more damage doing all of that than if you would have just done what you should have been doing, like as what I'm doing now. You know,
Yeah, that's a good
being
point.
more productive with my time, at least, like, you know, going to the gym, like actually working, and not being high when I'm working, not going out and spending your money on weed, not going out and spending your money in the club. Like,
Yeah.
bro, shots are expensive.
Yeah, they
shots
are.
are expensive
They're
after
really
a while.
expensive,
Like,
yeah.
like they rack up going to
For real.
going to dispensaries, bro. That racks up like crazy, especially if you smoke every day. You're running
real
through it like
quick,
that.
Real quick, bro. I remember my first time going into a bar at 21 with my family, pretty much. You know, my cousins, my uncles, and I wanted to be so cool, bro, and be like, "Hey, I'm buying everybody first round."
Nah, man.
Bro, I went. They're like, "What kind of shot you want?" I was like, "Patron," right?
Nah,
bro.
that would don't
I
hold
did-
you,
and
bro.
they said, "How many?" Right? And I said 6. They said, "All right, cool." And this is back, bro, like in 2013.
Oh,
Right?
they were cheaper too.
20
and six ain't
2012,
even that bad
2013.
either. It's like
Nah, bro, yeah. So okay, so they brought the bill, bro, and I'm like right there, and it was like $98, bro. And I was like,
no.
I was like, I looked at my primos. They're like, "Salud, primo." I'm like,
Yo, bro. 'cause
I didn't know they were that
bro.
expensive,
Hey,
bro.
heartbreaks are expensive.
when you see the price, bro, at the end, you're just like, bro, I could have done so many other things with this money, bro. Like you're like, I could have put gas, bro. I could
Yeah.
have gone to, I could have bought myself clothes. I could have bought shoes. I could have bought.
Word of
so many other
advice:
things, bro.
don't look at your account until the next day.
Nah.
Just look
Yo,
at it the
don't even
next
look
day.
at the receipt. Don't even
Yeah.
ask for a receipt. Leave
Yeah.
that thing. Leave that thing there.
Just
bro. Yeah,
sign it.
Just
Just
sign
sign
it.
it. Don't even leave a
Yeah.
tip. Just sign it and just give it away, and then the
yeah,
next day.
bro. Like it's not even worth it, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're just like, damn, bro. All this money that I spent, bro, and that I could have saved, bro, or used on something else, bro. Like, nah, bro. Trust
Yeah.
me. For me, it racked up, especially in the dispensary. Like that's honestly even more expensive than the club for me. Because I was more into smoking, and I was doing that every day. So if you're doing it every day, what you went to go buy should be lasting you maybe 2 weeks. It was lasting me maybe 3 days, bro. And I was out, and I was like, damn, I gotta go again. And that's another almost $60 just for a gram of a cart. So I was like, oh, bro, no way. And I was getting the good ones. So I was like, oh, bro, $60, $60, why not? It'll get me lit within like 3 hits, just like that. But I'll
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
damn, bro,
That's-
it's worth it, but not worth it, you
It's-
know?
I get what you're saying. Not worth it. Not worth it. And that's a good point too. You know what I'm saying? And like we said, heartbreaks can be expensive, man. You out here spending all that money trying to find solutions when you know there's obviously another solution that's just cheap and easy. But I want to say for me, man, if I can go back in time and tell myself one thing, it would be fall in love with Jesus. I feel like
Yeah.
that would, now that I'm more wiser, I would definitely tell myself fall in love with Jesus, because if I would be able to fall in love with Jesus, I would be able to know more knowledgeable things. I'd be more knowledgeable in everything, and
That's good.
and things would just be different. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to go through those struggles that we went through. And if I can go tell him like, hey, you know, fall in love with Jesus, I think that's what it would be, you know. But I'm also grateful. I'm grateful for what did happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for the steps that led to where I'm at right now, because I feel like I'm in a successful, I am in a successful environment, and you know, everything I do produces fruit, and it's amazing, and God has just blessed me abundantly, not just spiritually but emotionally and physically. You know what I'm saying? He's blessed me, and that led to that. And
I got a question for that now.
oh, what's your question?
Oh, no, just finish it. I'll tell you right now.
I was also gonna say, man, you know what's crazy though? So what do you think about that saying when people say, "Oh no, it's okay," you know what I'm saying? Like God wanted this. Like a lot of people say that. God wanted this. This
Dang,
was
I got
was
something
part
to
of
say about that now,
this was
too.
this was part of the
Jeez.
plan. God, like I'm trying to get into depth, you know, like this is part of the plan, you know. God had it. There's something better, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I definitely got something
What
to
do
say.
you guys have to say to that?
Okay, I got something to say
We're
about
at
that.
23 minutes, so we gotta like
I got something to say about that. Okay. I think you have to be in a relationship with God to take that on for yourself, to say that that's what God wanted.
Mhm.
Because if it was supposed to work out, it would have worked out the way God wanted it to work out.
Mm,
Not the way that you think it should have worked out.
mm.
You know,
I'm about to
because-
fire at you guys
because
right now.
because it's the same thing as saying like it's the same thing as you living in the world and you're saying this job is for me because God gave it to me, and you're working in a dispensary, you're working in a tattoo parlor, you're working in a club. Like it's like, do you think God really wants you serving liquor to all his kids? I doubt that. I really doubt that. Do you think he wants your son, one of his kids, giving tattoos to all his kids? Like, I don't think he wants that. You know, he doesn't want you giving weed or getting people high. You know, like he doesn't want any of that stuff. So
That's a
you-
good. That's a
I
good
would-
point. That's a
I
good
would
point.
think that you would be under God's will and under God, like to have a relationship with him, to be like, yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think he wanted that, you know, because
Ooh.
it really would have worked out if you were with God and you were doing things right the way God told you to do it.
Ooh, I'm about to fire back.
So
Oh
it's
man,
like that,
listen,
you
I'm
know?
praying to
Like-
God to keep my words in check, because what I'm about to say is gonna just. What you gotta say?
I was kind of hoping that you'll go first, but so you're kind of referencing to like when they say, "Oh, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be."
Yeah, because some people use that to quote to cope. They'll be like, "Oh no, man, don't worry about it, man. It's meant to be." You know what I'm saying? God planned that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't meant to be, and they try to say stuff like that to boost another person. And though it can help, what would you say to that? You know what I'm saying? Because despite of everything going on, there is a right way, and there is a way to avoid all that. There is a way to like be fruitful and be just at peace and just be, you know, with the right person and just loving. You know what I'm saying?
That's to appease the ego of everybody. When they say it's like when they say that if it was meant to be, it would have been.
Yeah.
If you're not with God, that's just to appease your ego. And I think you're a narcissist if you think like that.
Oh.
I think personally you're a narcissist if you think like that, because then it makes you don't suffer.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Low-key,
shots fired.
Yeah, low-key, most people don't self-reflect like deep enough to be like, I need to change or I need to do something differently. You know, most people can't even take accountability for themselves. So it's like, if they're telling you that, you're gonna start thinking, oh, it wasn't me, it wasn't my fault, it wasn't my fault. Like, because if it would have been, it would have been. You know, like it's very narcissistic of you to think about that.
I like that. I like that.
So
that's a big word,
me,
narcissistic.
Yeah, to me, trust me, bro. Bro, I can point out a narcissist real damn quick, bro. If they don't know how to take accountability, or you try to correct them in something, and then they try to like throw it back on you or something, like, bro, I'll be like, what the heck? You don't want to take accountability for what you did. You're trying to throw it back on me. Most women are like that, bro. At that point, you already know. This.
I'm about to start speaking fire in a little bit. I'm about to start speaking some facts right now in a little bit.
Oh, damn, I cut in. My bad. I cut in right now. That's all you. That's all you, bro. That's all you.
What you got to say to that?
Man, if it's meant to be, or like if God wanted it to be, then he would have had it. I think, honestly, from experience,
I feel like you were the one that said that too.
yeah, you know, like, nah, man. Honestly, it's like a lot of times we want to think like that, but we don't want to accept our own our own faults.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and you know, and accountability, you know. So, but I mean, like, that's all I got right now, man. Like,
all right. Listen, man, I'm about to speak some facts, man, and I hope whoever's listening, and I'm saying right now, the Holy Spirit, you know, move around my tongue and watch what I say. But I think wrong. I think wrong. We have been in this, and I hope ladies that are watching this, because I feel like a big majority of heartbreaks are ladies, you know, are women. You know, I know men go through their own things, but we tend to kind of, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say anything like specific like that, but I feel like women are very heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? They get more emotionally attached, so it's more difficult for them. It's more hard for them. At least that's my opinion. I don't know. I know. I think it's the same, man. It could be the same, because the man has to like hold it in, doesn't want to speak about it, and the girl can go to her friends. So I don't know, man.
But
it's
more in the sense as in, like, most women, they break up with you like in their head prior to the breakup. Yeah. So it's like they don't break up with you, and then they're feeling the same pain that you're feeling in the moment. Now they went through the pain already, and now they got to the end point where they're like, okay, I'm done grieving, so now I'm breaking up with you now. So they actually left, and then they monkey brash to the next dude already. Yeah. Or they just did that, and they're like, I have no feelings for you already, so now I can actually start talking with somebody else right off rip like that.
Well, whoever it is, so whether it's a man or a woman, whoever gets more heartbroken, if you watch this video, I hope you grab what I'm about to say, and I hope you grab it really tight, and I hope you let it bless you. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is about to come out, and it's very powerful. So I hope you guys listen. That is wrong what they say. If it was God's plan. Listen, God is here to give you what you desire, to give you what your heart desires. The crazy thing is, if you really like that person, you know what I'm saying, God can make it work, if that makes sense. A lot of people go like, oh, God didn't plan that, you know what I'm saying, there's something better. Yes, there is something better, but you forget that God is here to give you your desires, you know what I'm saying? It's just we don't know how to ask for it. A lot of us, we want to be like, oh, God, like, give him back to me. And you want to run back to the same problem. People say you want to run back to the problem you started. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just you're not asking it correctly. And people ask like, why isn't God answering my prayers? Like it's not asked correctly. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to ask it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I believe that if the person you're with right now, or the person that broke your heart, or the person that, you know, you just broke up and you still have feelings for him and you're just coping and you actually did love him, you just didn't like the environment or whatever, if you actually do love him and want him back, let me tell you that God is a God that's willing to give. And if you ask for him, he will give him to you. He is here to give you what you desire. 100%. If that's the person you love and that's the person you want back, he'll give it to you. If that's the person you want it to work, he'll make it work. You know, it'll be in his little realm, and the way he does it, you may not understand. You know what I'm saying? There's a Bible verse that says, "I at the right time will make it happen." You know what I'm saying? He will make it happen. You know, but don't be stubborn. But I think that's wrong, bro. I really do not think. I know that's wrong when people say that. Oh, God didn't have that plan. Like, how do you know? You know what I'm saying? Does that person really want? Maybe she or he wanted that person really badly. God is here to give us our desires, just the way we ask. You know what I'm saying? We have to learn how to ask.
But I don't. When he gives you your desires, I don't think he'll give you desires that will kill you.
He will
or
give
that
you
will, like.
He will
like,
give you your
obviously-
desires because nothing in.
Wait,
How am I gonna say?
Wait. I kind of want to backtrack that too. Hold on.
I don't want to
gotta
say
really
this.
think. I'm really thinking right
I'm
now.
gonna say this straight up right now. Look, nothing in the world is bad. Nothing in the world is bad.
We make it bad.
We make it bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know why. Because the devil cannot create anything. He can only mimic. Therefore, everything that was created is created by God, and then he mimics it. Therefore, nothing is bad.
Okay.
We turn it into bad. You know what I'm saying? So God does want to give you what you desire. If you desire that person, he'll give him to you. Now, it will be in his, in his timing. It can be that, and that's what I mean about asking questions. There's a Bible verse that I know in Spanish only. Mi pueblo, I think it's in Oseas, something like that. It says, mi pueblo perece por falta de conocimiento. And there's a very powerful man that always says that. It's my people perish for, what is it?
Lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge.
Wow.
Like they perish for lack of knowledge. That means you not being knowledgeable is leading you to that. You know what I'm saying? When you could be asking, Father, change him. That's the person I want. Change him for me. Let him fall in love with you. Those are the right questions. Those are the questions like I would be like, okay, let me work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it work. If that's what you desire, that is what I'm gonna give you.
But that's why when I was answering the question, I was saying you have to have that relationship with God.
Yeah.
You know, because the people out in the world be saying that.
Ooh.
They try to take scriptures from the Bible that they don't even know themselves. They haven't even read it themselves. They saw it maybe like on TikTok, on Instagram. They saw something like that.
That doesn't matter.
That made them feel good. But it's like,
you want to know why it doesn't matter? Because he doesn't change you and then give you what you desire and give you the miracle. He gives you the miracle first and then he changes you.
no, yeah, but it's like, but like you were saying right now, mi pueblo perece for the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have any knowledge of who God is. You're just reading something that you heard or that can make you feel good.
Yeah.
Because it's making you feel good. You're just taking that on, but you're not understanding. You don't have any knowledge of who God is. So I think it's very different when you have a relationship with God and you have knowledge of who He is, and you have that relationship with Him to be able to put that on for yourself and take it on for you and be like, this scripture's for me, you know? Because for me, like there's some certain scriptures that I've read that I'm like, this one right here, it's mine. Like I can for sure like grab onto that scripture spiritually and be like, this is me right here, this is mine, and I can like verbatim say it to you off rip like really good and be like, this is my scripture. But I think that's what it also means by having the lack of knowledge in Him, is that
that's more than enough though. Like for example, if someone bumps into this video and sees that what I said, and the way to ask it and stuff, that itself, that person can be like, hey God, like I don't believe, you know what I'm saying, but I keep hearing about you, so I'm gonna put it to the test. I saw that video and he sounded wise, you know what I'm saying, so I want to say, and he asked for that the same way that I did. Yeah, God will redeem. God will do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily you do need to be knowledgeable, but you don't in the sense like when you're starting up. During that heartbreak, a lot of people come and say like, God, like why? You know what I'm saying? And he responds. It says He's close to the brokenhearted for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And all it takes, even if you see it just on TikTok or on a video and you liked it and it kind of spoke to you, nothing. You said it last video. Nothing happens for coincidence. If you like it. And your body was kind of like, that itself is the Holy Spirit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa.
Yeah, but like how I was saying right now, though. Well, like how I was saying right now, that itself right there, when they say that, if it was meant to be, it would be meant to be because of God and this and that. I'm telling you, most people, I would say 95% of people take that on to appease their ego into feeling better. Yeah. But they don't apply the faith into what it says when that is being said, that if it was meant to be, it would be meant to be. Yeah, but most people who actually do take it on, they have that faith in that God was like, He had His hand on here. And if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be right now. Yeah. Maybe it could be meant to be in a couple months, in a year from now, but let me pray on that.
Yeah.
As you say, sometimes you have to fast for that. Sometimes you have to fast for people.
Yeah. And
And
what
it's gonna
what
be
you
like
said
that.
what you said did bring a good point in the sense of like now, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people get it confused when they say like oh, if it's your will. Oh God, you know, if it's your will, let my boyfriend come back to me. If it's your will, let my girlfriend come back to me.
Well, no, I think that's bad too because people could just come back because they want to come back and they want to play with you again.
But wait. A lot of people say that though, right? Like, oh, if it's your will, let him come back. Hello?
And then they come back.
Hello? Is anybody listening? What did Jesus do? He died on the cross. It is his will. Already you messed up by saying if it's your will. It is his will. Do you want that person? He's going to give it to you. He died on the cross for your salvation. He died on the cross to give you what your heart desires. It is his will.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's just
Damn, okay, now I got something to say about that too.
Yeah.
Because it also says, like in the other scripture that you like to quote a lot, is the one where dang, hold on. I got it. It's the one where like asking you shall receive, like search for me and all my kingdom and all his righteousness will be given to you.
Mhm.
All of that and all of your heart's desires will be given to you.
Yes.
But at the same time, a lot of people take that out of context because they think that just because you desire something, God will give it to you just like that. Like, no, your heart has to be under God's will and under God. Like, your heart needs to be submitted under God for God to give you what your heart desires. Because what your heart, because wait. It does, because your heart can just desire something, but you have no faith in God. Yeah, and then all the things that you're gonna be desiring are going to perish you. They're going to make you bad. They're going to make you lose that connection that you have to God, because you're gonna forget all about Him. You're gonna forget who was the one who gave you the things. People like to, we like to adore the blessing and not adore the one who gave you the blessing. So it could be two things, and He understands. God will understand. No, if I give you this now, you will adore the blessing and not adore me. Maybe He wants to give it to you because it's your heart desire. But just because it's your heart desire doesn't mean He's going to give it to you now. He'll probably give it to you in a couple years later when you're ready for it. And you'll forget that was your heart's desires, because you move on in life and your heart desires something new. Every other year, every other month, every other week, your heart desires something differently. So you might forget what you were desiring right now, but in 3 years from now, He might give you what you were desiring 3 years ago, and you might forget about it, and now your heart desires something else. But you have to be under, I really do believe your heart has to be submitted under God.
So much to say, and like this topic turned, but it's going good. It's going good. And I wanted to say real quick, no. You want to know why? Yes and no. You don't have to be under God to get what you desire. Yes, you do have to, obviously be able to speak to Him, and even then, to that extent, I'm kind of but you don't have to be under Him. That's why I say He gives you the miracle, and then the miracle changes. It's not the opposite. He doesn't ask you to change, and then He gives you the miracle. He gives you what you desire. Now, He still gives it to you, but there's still free will. A lot of times He gives you a job, but we decide to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to love this job more and not be going to church anymore, not be doing this, you know what I'm saying? And we decide to do it. He gives you what He wants. It's the same as a story. I don't even know verbatim, but it's where the people wanted a king.
Verbatim.
And God didn't want verbatim. And God didn't want to give him a king, but He said, because you asked for it, I will give you a king. He didn't want to, but because His people asked for it. He is here to give us what we desire. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy, bro? Right now that you're saying that, what just came up to my mind was, you guys ever, prayed for, well, if I could only have that car, I would be happy. Or if I could get that job, I would be so happy. And then you get that job, and then you're just like, dang, I got to go to work. Or, it just becomes a burden.
Yeah.
But it's what you once desired. You know what I mean? That heartbreak that you went through, it hurts. And maybe, but it's what you once desired. That baby mama, that baby daddy that you have that you can't stand, it's what you once desired. You know what I mean? It's not something that you don't wake up and you're like, oh, God, just give me everything that's going to bring me pain today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of, hope to stay in this imaginary path where it's just going to be like a straightforward shot, and you're not going to be affected by love. You're not going to be affected by bad things. You know what I mean? And
I think at that point though, bro, that's just that's why someone needs to be not confused, but I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like you do know when you truly like someone, when you truly love someone. You know, when you been through thick and thin, and there's just some mistakes that happen that ruined it or whatever it may be. But you just know, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? You just know that, like, for example, me on my old one, like, you just know, wow, like if I knew God, I would be married right now. Like, you know, like if I knew God, this will work. You know, that person's very special. Like, you just know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And despite of all that, like, if you're going through any breakup or any heartbreak, I always tell people, listen, reach out to God. Always reach out to God. He's here to give you what you desire. You know what I'm saying? I know at times we can't think straight because we're heartbroken and our minds are all over the place. But if we just take time to unscramble everything and just sit there and just be like, listen, God, like, I can't take this no more. Take over. You know what I'm saying? I do love this person. I was hurt so much, but maybe you still love that person. Like, some people get hurt and love that person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's
And
real. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just like, I really do love that person, Father or God or however you want to say it. I say Father, but I really do love that person, you know, and I wish, you know, I want that. I want it to work. I want to be with him, just not in the mindset he is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and he would change it for the better, and he would change it into a better person. You know, he would do what he does best. You know, he turns the bad into good. He molds it into something else, and he would give it to you. And that's an advice that I always give everybody. Reach out to God. Reach out to God. You know, he will give it to you. He'll give you what you desire. Reach out to God. He is not here to deny you. He's not here to embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not here to embarrass you. He's here to give you what you desire. He's here to comfort you.
Yeah.
Okay, something just came to my mind right now
Yeah.
about the whole desiring thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's true. Nah, it's so crazy. Just hit me right now.
All right.
Are you aware that sometimes God's answer is no to some of your prayers?
God's answers. You said God's answers no to some of the prayers?
Yeah. When you desire something, sometimes your answer might be
Yeah.
no.
No.
I agree.
Sometimes his answer is
I
no.
agree. I agree.
That is
Because like I'm
correct.
saying, sometimes you're not ready for something right now, and
Where-
he wants to give it to you, but he'll give it to you later.
Where in the Bible would it ever say that God says no to you? That Jesus says, like, what you ask, get that you say no. Where
Okay,
in the Bible?
I can hit you back with where in the Bible does it always say that he says yes to you?
Ooh, okay. Let me try to think a little bit, because I know there is some. Well, for starters, ask and you shall receive. Therefore, if it's saying ask and you shall receive, when you talk to God and you say, listen, God, it says right here, ask and you shall receive. It doesn't say ask some things or ask what I want and then I'll give it to you. It says ask and you will receive. It says knock and it will be open. It says seek and you will find. It doesn't say, oh, only on some things. Oh, only on like what you desire.
yeah.
It says ask and you will receive, and you hold him to it. You said, God, in your word it says ask and receive. I am asking you right now. It also says he's not here to embarrass you. It says that he's not a God to embarrass. It says, God, do not embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? I am asking for this. I am your child. Give it to me. So nowhere in the Bible does it say God said that's not a thing. Or that he says no. That is not a thing that he says no. Never will he ever say no. He will not say no. I can guarantee you 100%.
That was
he
a
will
good
not
answer.
say no.
That was a really good answer. That was a really good answer. I'll give you that one. This is a good
Yeah.
answer. But what you asked for, he might not give it to you right there and then.
That's different. Yeah.
It might take a couple of years.
Yes.
It might take a couple of years. That's what I'm saying. Like,
And you know what? Hey, no, you know what? Hey, I'm about to throw some knowledge on you guys. That's technically wrong. That's wrong too. You want to know why?
I don't know.
You want to know why? God, God is a God of the impossible. It says through man it is impossible, but through him all things are possible. If I ask him that, if I tell him I want a car tomorrow, if I say, God, by the morning I want this, by the morning I want money, by the morning I want my man, you know what I'm saying? By the morning I want my wife, he will give it to you. But it's hard to believe in our mentality because we see with our eyes. It even says that we see each other with our eyes, but he sees the internal, you know what I'm saying? If you really, there's just secret to it. There is secrets to this. I'm telling you, there's big secrets to it. And if you, that's why it says, mi pueblo perece por falta de conocimiento. There are secrets. And if you find those secrets and you seek God, the glory of God will just come upon you like this. And if you want that man, he'll give you that man the way you're supposed to be treated, a biblical man. And if you want that woman, he'll give you that woman, biblical woman, a woman that will treat you right, a man that will treat you right, a man that will lead you to the right path of God. You know what I'm saying? Because sadly, a lot of us go through heartbreak. It's just one thing that we all go through. And if you don't go through it, then all glory, more power to you. But we all go through breakups. And it's
cap if you say you have it.
yeah, and it's a very heartbreaking thing how it destroys us, how it leads us to destruction. It's a sad thing to see, especially in the youth right now. There are people that kill themselves after their breakups. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they can't continue no more, and it's a very heartbreaking thing, and it hurts. It hurts to hear, it hurts to see, and it's crazy because there's an answer out there that not many people want to take, and I understand why. You know, it's because you have to walk by faith and not by sight, and I understand. But man, like the pastor was saying, this is just a little chapter of your life. You know what I'm saying? And with God,
Let him be the lamp to your feet and the light.
yes, like
Damn, I just spit a bit.
it's just amazing. But yeah, man, like there's secrets to it, man. And I feel for the people that are heartbreaking. And you know what? All my prayers go out to you guys. And
Damn, I like that answer. I like the answer. I still have
Yeah.
to think. Damn, if this topic is on the next one, I'm gonna be thinking. Cause trust me, I'm still thinking. I like the answers.
we're gonna have
Just
to
because I like the
continue.
answers doesn't mean I don't have like thoughts
Yeah.
going in my head. But I do have one question at the end. I'm gonna go back to the main topic.
well, one thing I will say real quick too, like if you guys have like different opinions, obviously I know not everyone's Christian, not everyone has like a relationship with God, and you have different like ways of thinking. Please let us know. Tell us like, hey, you're wrong. Tell us you're right, and just talk to us. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we'll give you guys a shout out and everything, and yeah, just talk to us.
He says that. The way I say it is, nah, I'm sorry. God's way is the only way. So, I'm sorry, man. You can put your advice, but yeah, your advice is probably wrong if it's not with God. It's not from the Bible. So there. Second one. Okay. My question is, if you went back and you told your younger self what your guys' answer were, do you believe or do you think that your younger self would take the advice that you would be giving him?
Yes, I do. I do believe that I know he would take it. I mean, especially if it's like literally me going up to him like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm for the future. Like, but yes, I know he would take it. I always knew I was gonna fall in love with God. I always knew. I knew it. I was stubborn. I didn't want to. And, you know, if you would tell me that, I would have taken that advice. I would have listened. You know.
So like if you're younger and then you told, I was gonna rephrase the question because like I don't want to go off topic, but like pretty much like your younger self.
Like, you know how earlier he was asking you if you would go back to your younger self, if you were to see him and you would give him advice, the advice that you had said, the answer you gave, do you think that younger you would take the advice that you gave him, or do you think that he would go through the same mistakes that you went through?
I wouldn't. Mainly because I'm stubborn, so I would just be, yeah, that's cool, you know, like you know, go to God, but not many people understand that, you know what I mean? Because there's knowledge and then there's wisdom.
Yeah.
Knowledge is things is things that you heard or things that you studied about, and wisdom is actually applying that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so, but I do believe in divine timing.
Yeah.
I believe God has a way of getting you to come off your high horse, coming off your ego, your pride, and really bringing you to a broken spot, whether that's through a guy, through a girl, a broken heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that one's like, God does have his timing, you know what I'm saying, and everything.
And just like at the time when I was younger, you know what I mean? The advice I'm giving to my younger self, you know, like I just know, I at the time I could tell you that you know, I would hear it, and I always you know, believed in God and but when it came to like Christianity and stuff like that, like I was never like, I just never understood it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, it's not really like, you know, a lot of people say like, oh, you know, I came to Christ, you know. It's like the pastor was saying too, you know, like we say that we came to Christ, but you know, Christ came to us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Jesus came to us, you know, and it was unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
It was unexpected, you know what I mean? But like I said, there was things that had to happen for that to take place.
Yeah.
And you know, so it is a part of life to just go through the motions and you know you're pretty much on your own, and you're trying to handle things on your own. You're trying to take control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as you're trying to take control, your life is just crumbling apart.
Yeah.
And it's not until you realize it, my life is falling apart, that's when you say, okay, well, I don't know about you guys, but I came to Jesus literally as my last resort.
Yeah.
I didn't come to him like right when something hit me. I felt it like, ouch.
Yeah.
You know, and that hurt. But it wasn't until I was flat on my back with no spine to support myself to get back up. You know what I mean?
And that does happen, bro. Like a lot of times when you're like at your lowest, I think it even says in the Bible that sometimes it takes you hitting like basically rock bottom for him to, you know. And you know what's crazy though? Essentially, that's our choice though. Like, yeah, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily like he waits to where rock bottom. It's just us making that decision. You know what I'm saying? Because throughout that time, from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? From the moment you had that heartbreak, like when you said like, "Oh, I felt that ow," from that moment on, he starts giving you signs. He starts giving you wonders like that you just can't see or that you just aren't taking. And then once you're at the very rock bottom, there's nowhere. You know what happens when you get to the bottom? It's all dark. There's nothing else to see but the light. You know what I'm saying? That God's there. That's what happened. So I wouldn't necessarily say that he waits to that moment. It's just he gives you signs, and we just refuse to take him. We refuse to reach out and grab his hand because we have all these things all around. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, you know, how it is. But the reason why we reach rock bottom is because we ourselves decide to go to rock bottom.
Our free will.
Yeah, our free will.
Exactly. And just like the way, you know, we believe in Jesus Christ and all that stuff and you know, the light, there's also the darkness. There's also an enemy that's attacking. And we live in this world where it's pretty much his kingdom, you know. It's you know, but at the same time, like where I'm going with this, bro, is that we're not thinking like, oh, like I want to keep going rock bottom. I want to keep going down.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that you know that the devil's at work right now. You know.
Yeah.
He's always at work. You know. He roams around the world looking for someone to devour.
Yeah.
You
that's a good point that you bring. And like I said, I hope all of you guys grab a hold of this, and like, I hope you don't wait till you get to rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? I hope you really hear this and you really know that, okay, I'm going through a heartbreak and that there's a way out. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to fix it before you hit rock bottom, because the enemy's always working. And one thing I can tell you, the enemy can only do what you give him. He could only take, he has no power. God said he gave us the keys. We are the keys. He has no power over us. The only power he has is the one we allow him to take. Therefore, like, if you stand with God, you will be able to conquer this. You will be able to jump on that next level. And I'm glad you brought that up, because for the people that are out there struggling with relationships or anything in general, and you're trying to find your way out through alcohol, drugs, I'm telling you, don't. That is the enemy trying to put things on your way. And though it may seem fun, because I had fun, you know, I enjoyed it. I'll admit it, I had fun. You know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going out. Although it may seem fun, it's just a void that you're just trying to find. Eventually, you'll come to realization of like, this isn't for me.
You're perishing for the lack of knowledge.
Yeah, and yeah. So I hope you guys take this, and I hope you hold it dearly. And if you do hold it dearly, and you take it, watch your life be blessed. Watch your life turn around. You know, God, as someone that has my back, I'll tell you that if you take it, He will bless you abundantly, and He will cover you with the shadow.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. I tell people that all the time. Whenever they talk to me about heartbreaks or anything, I'm like, bro, look for God right now. He's the closest to you right now. Why wouldn't you want to go and grab His hand right now? And the instant He's the closest to you, He's standing right next to you. You don't even know it, bro. Like, I tell him that. And I also say that whole rock bottom thing. I tell him, man, sometimes you have to hit that rock bottom to know that the rock at the bottom is God.
That's a good one. That's a good one too.
You probably have to hit rock bottom to know that God is the rock at the bottom, so you can help you get up, bro. So it's like,
wow, that was
people.
good.
We're stubborn people, bro. We're stubborn people, but like,
I know that one.
Listen,
I used to be.
Yeah, so seek God in His kingdom and all His righteousness, and everything else will fall in line. You know what I'm saying? And by that I mean like knowledge. By that I mean, you know, you'll become powerful. I'll tell you straight up, you'll become powerful. I know it sounds crazy, but you'll become powerful. You will become. You will. I know this guy. He's. Well, I'm not gonna quote it because I don't want to get in trouble. But you'll become very powerful. That anywhere you step, the devil will tremble, knowing that you are in the presence, because you know God is within you, and He will know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So seek God and watch everything turn around. You know, don't let that heartbreak. It's just a little chapter. It's a chapter. I'm telling you right now, it's a chapter. But with God, it will be a breeze. You know what I'm saying? It'll be easier.
So what would you say, like, to the person like that's hearing you say seek God, but they never really had that experience, or like
If they
like,
never had
like
that
what would be
experience,
like
if you're hearing this right now, it is not by coincidence. If you waited to the moment right now, 55 minutes, it is not a coincidence. This is already your sign. This is already the Holy Spirit talking to you and planting a seed. This is already Him telling you, hey, hello, I'm right here. These are the signs that people ignore. Like, you hear this and you're like, and He's saying, hey, hello, I'm here.
yeah,
Take it and run. The kingdom of heaven is filled with violence, and it's with people that steal the blessings. Steal your blessing. Don't let the enemy take any more than what he's already taken. Take it back. Steal it.
yeah,
I know it sounds crazy, but heaven is filled with kingdom of heaven is filled with violence. And you guys might be like, oh, violence. Yes. People are up there stealing blessings every day. They go up there and they take what is theirs. You know, so take what's yours. You know, what is rightfully yours, take it and be like, hey, God, this is mine. You know, you said it, take it. And, you know, take that leap of faith. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult, especially with everything going on around in the world. But with Him by your side, you will be unstoppable.
That's fast, because God uses people to talk to you.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
When people either come to knock at your door and they're evangelizing, He's trying to get a hold of you. When people are just talking about Him, when you hear about Him from a distance and you hear God, He's trying to get a hold of you. You know, because it stood out for a reason. So it stood out for a reason. He's trying to get a hold of you.
I could promise you 100% while you're going through that breakup right now, I'm pretty sure He already talked to you like 6 times, whether it was through TikTok, Instagram, this or something. He already like kind of where you just decided to skip it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're so heartbroken that you no longer believe, or you don't want to believe because you're afraid that you're going to get more broken, or whatever the case may be. You know, the enemy.
You think your way's better.
Yeah. And
that's it.
You know, I'm telling you, see God, you know, and watch your life change. But we coming to an end already. Is there any last quick second things you guys want to say?
Yeah, man. You know, coming to God has really changed my life, in a sense of how I react, how you react. Mm-hmm. Watch how you react. You know, especially from a breakup. Yeah. You know what I mean? Usually you want to react like, well, F that, you know, like I'm going to go ahead and do this back, or I'm going to start talking to this girl just to get her mad. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to start, like I'm telling you, like come to Christ. He's going to, the Holy Spirit is at work within us. Mm-hmm. And the Holy Spirit is there to guide you, you know, and I doubt the Holy Spirit is guiding you to the clubs and, you know, through all those DMs. Yeah. You know, and so when you're really just focused on God, it says that when you seek God, everything else applies. Yeah. Right. You know, and so I'm just a living testament of that.
I like that.
But that's just my advice. Yeah. My final thought.
The last thing I will say, do you want to say anything real quick, then? Before I say my saying?
Just search for God. Honestly.
Yeah, search for God.
He's the key. He's the life. He's the way.
If you believe this and you grab the hold of it, if you grab the hold of this and you believe it and you want to put it to the test, and through what God has given me right now, I'll let you know, I declare in the name of Jesus that if you believe it and you hold of it and you put it to the test, God will respond. By the power that He has given me, the authority He has given me, I declare that whatever you wish, not wish, but whatever you pray upon and you believe this and you take that risk, He will meet you halfway. I promise you that.
Taste and you shall know that it's good.
Yep.
You gotta taste Him.
Exactly. So I'll leave you with God loves you. God cherishes you. God is always with you. And shalom.
Shalom.